is a Rigveda mantra. Rigveda mantra 10.31.2. 10.31.2. 10th mandala, 31st sukta, second mantra. 10.31.2. Parichinmarto, Parichinmarto, Dravinam, Parichinmarto, Dravinam, Mamanyadritasya, Patha Namasa Vivaset, One word line of mantra. Parichinmarto Dravinam Mamanyadritasya Patha Namasa Vivaset. Uta Svena Kratuna Samvadeta. Uta Svena Kratuna Samvadeta. Shreyamsam Daksham Manasa Jagrabhyat. Varun ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಒಂಚೂರು ಕೆಳಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೀವು ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ. ಓಕೆ. ರೈಟ್. ಮನಸ ಜಗೃಭ್ಯಾತ್. 2 vertical line. Rigveda 10.31.2. Parichinmarto Dravinam Mamanyadritasya Patha Namasa Vivaset. Uta Svena Kratuna Samvadeta. Shreyamsam Daksham Manasa Jagrabhyat. Rigveda 10.31.2. Pari Chit Martyo. Dravinam Mamanyat Ritasya. So in those two come together, it becomes Mamanyat Ritasya. Patha Namasa Vivaset. Uta Svena Kratuna Samvadeta Shreyamsam Daksham Manasa Jagrabhyat. So everything is split and separate except this one. Chit Marto Mamanyat Ritasya. Mamanyat Manignane. That's the root. Mamanyat. We should consider it so. We should understand it so. We should comprehend it so. Mamanyat. What's it we have to understand? Martyaha Mamanyat. All men, woman should understand. Martyaha Mamanyat. All those who are in the birth and death cycle, that to understand. Martyaha Mamanyat. What? Dravinam Parichit. Dravinam Parichit Martyaha Mamanyat. Dravina is wealth. Parichit is spread everywhere, is around us. Dravinam Parichit Martyaha Mamanyat. This is one sentence. Wealth is everywhere, around us, in us. We are all wealthy, we are all in riches. This we should understand. Dravinam Parichit Martyaha Mamanyat. Ritasya Patha. Ritasya Patha. Rita is dharma, the straight path, the right royal path, honest path, the path of truth. Ritasya Patha. Patha is path. They sound similar. Patha, path. They sound similar, they mean similar. Ritasya Patha Namasa Vivasit. Ritasya, Rigatav is a root for that. Namasa, Nama Prahvatve. Nama Prahvatve. That becomes Nama. Namasa Vivasit. Tread the path of Vivasit is to tread. Vasa Nivase. To stay and tread. Vivaseta, to stay and tread. Tread the path of Rita. Rita is dharma. Noble, straight, transparent, honest, truthful, anything. Tread that path. Namasa with all humility. Namasa. Prahvatve means humility. Vinaya. Vinaya, with Vinaya. Not with arrogance. Tread the right path with benevolence. Be benevolent. With all humility, take that path. Ritasya Patha Namasa Vivasit. It's not just treading, but surrender yourself to that path, and with all humility and benevolence, take that path. Uta and Samvadeta. Vada Vyaktayam Vachi. Samvadeta. Talk well. Vadeta, talk well. Svena Kratuna, with your deeds. Talk well with your deeds. Not with words, not to your mouth. Let your actions talk. Svena Kratuna. Samvadeta, Uta. And you talk with your deeds. Talk well, Samvadeta, talk well with your deeds. Shreyamsam Daksham. Shreyamsam Daksham. Beneficial, auspicious. Daksham is Daksha Samarthya. Capacities. Efficiencies. All auspicious auspicious, all welfare giving, capacities, efficiencies be jagrubhyat, be caught by you, hold, be held by you. Manasa jagrubhyat, wholeheartedly. Hold on to, make it your own, all the auspicious efficiencies wholeheartedly. Not half and half. Wholeheartedly love it and make it yourself. Manasa jagrubhyat. Put your heart and soul into it. It's not a half-hearted attempt, but it is a full-hearted, deliberate, willful action. Hold on to those capacities, samarthya, those efficiencies. So this is the direct word-to-word meaning of the whole mantra. Now to study it in depth and to know what exactly it really means, what we have to do. Parichinmarto dravinam amanyat. That's the first part. We should understand that we are living in a very rich environment. God has given us everything in abundance. This I have told you several times. God has given us everything in abundance, pure, abundant, and free, and for all. All gifts of God, you refer to them, everyone are pure. They are all free. They are all abundant, and they are for all. So just take sunlight, just for an example. Sunlight is for all. It's not prescribed as sunlight is only for this group, these people, these animals, these creatures, and others are not entitled for it. No, it's for all. It's pure. It's in abundance, no shortage. All the creatures can use it to the best extent possible, still it is there, it's abundant. And it is free, no charge for it. When I say it is free, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have value. It's invaluable, therefore we call it free. It's invaluable, we cannot value it. Can we value the sunlight? How much it costs? No, we cannot. We can value a battery which gives us light. It runs into several thousands. If a small battery what we manufacture costs several thousands, imagine how much it could be for the sunlight. It shines and shines over thousands and thousands of years. It keeps on shining, Invaluable. Because it is invaluable, the other way of understanding it is we say it is free for us. But once I say it is free for us, it doesn't mean that it has no value. It is invaluable. Take for example, the air. What God has given, that air is in abundance, is free, is for all, and it's pure. Now we have a dispute here. Global problem. It's a global problem that air is polluted. And I'm telling that it is pure. Now think for a while. The air given by that Satchidananda was pure. We human beings, because of our lifestyle and so many other problems, we have polluted it. It's our problem. Basically, the air supplied, the air provided is 100% pure and worthy of breathing. There is no problem with the air given by God. The gift of God is pure. It's we who part because of our lifestyle, because of our factories, because of burning of fossil fuel, etc., etc., etc. Yes, but water given in the form of rain, abundant. Again we have a problem. We find so many places where the rain is not up to the level. We find the shortage of rainfall. Now that's not the problem of the gift given by the God, it is our problem. Because of air pollution, because of deforestation, we have disturbed that water cycle. Therefore, we find the shortage of rain. It's our problem. And basically, if you maintain the nature as it is, all the forests, and maintain the purity of the air, yes, we get sufficient rain, what is required. There is no shortage, it's an abundance only. We have intervened, we have disturbed the water cycle, and the rain is not coming in proper proportions, and we say there is shortage of rain, there is shortage of water. And even when it rains, it has become acid rain, acidic in nature. The rain has become acidic in nature because of air pollution. So the problem is with us, with our lifestyle, with our activities. If we come back from these activities which pollute air, which pollute water, where we destroy the forests, even now we can get pure rain in abundance. So the rain given by Satchidananda is in abundance, is free. Once again, when I say free, it means invaluable. We cannot value it. Therefore, we say it is free. I am not able to pay back for it. Its value is so high, so high. To manufacture one drop of water in laboratory, it costs millions and millions. But we get so many droplets free. So when I say free, it means it is invaluable. Don't think that it has no value. I repeat again and again. So it's in abundance, it's invaluable, it is pure, and it's for all. There is no restriction whatsoever. It's for all. So like this, if I start thinking, everything around us is invaluable. Everything around us is invaluable. Now here, to say whether it is valuable or invaluable, we should understand the whole subject totally from a different perspective. Anything that is around us will have two values. Two values. One we call it as the face value, and the other one we call it as the intrinsic value. One is the face value, another one is the intrinsic value. Maybe I am speaking a bit of economics. Just you have to understand it also. It's there. Economics, everything is there in Vedas. So here they speak of a bit of economics. Anything has got two values. One is the face value, the other one is the intrinsic value. This face value also can be understood as market value. That is a value assigned to it in the market because of demand and supply forces. In a market we have got two forces working on. One is the demand and the other one is the supply. So depending upon these two forces, some value is assigned to anything, any service in the market. So this is called as a market value or the face value. Another one is the intrinsic value. The intrinsic value comes with the object, and this intrinsic value has got nothing to do with the market value. The market value may be very high, the market value may be very low, still the intrinsic value remains the same. The market value may vary from market to market, country to country, place to place. Once again, it depends upon the demand and supply at that point. But the intrinsic value remains the same wherever we go. Intrinsic value is not disturbed. Now the market value may vary depending upon time. The value what it was 10 years ago may not be the same today in the market. And what it is today may not be the same in the coming 10 years. It may vary, may fluctuate. But when I speak of the intrinsic value, that remains the same yesterday, today and tomorrow. That doesn't undergo any change. One simple example, one very simple example. Say I have got 1 kilo of flour. Flour. 1 kilo of flour. So using this 1 kilo of flour, I can make, say for example, 20 rotis. 20 rotis. Now this is the intrinsic value of that flour. Yesterday also with the same 1 kilo of it I could do 20 rotis. Today also it's 20 rotis. Tomorrow also it's 20 rotis. It's 20 rotis here in India. It's 20 rotis in US. It's 20 rotis in Australia. The same. It doesn't undergo any change. Because there's the quantity what I have got. That quantity is 1 kilo. And for that 1 kilogram I can make 20 rotis. Over. Now this is the intrinsic value. Now what is the market value of this 1 kilo of flour? Now it varies. Before 10 years it was 20 rupees here in India, and today it is 40 rupees. Tomorrow it may become 100, we don't know. It fluctuates. Even when it was 40, for 1 kilo of wheat flour, I could make 20 rotis. Even when it is rupees 40, I can make 20 rotis out of 1 kilo. And even when it is 100 rupees, I can make only 20 rotis out of 1 kilo of flour. Just because I paid more money for it, it doesn't mean I can make more rotis out of the same 1 kg of flour. No. It's very simple to understand, not difficult at all. Everything has got its own intrinsic value which is associated with that thing. It is inseparable from that thing. Market rate could be different. If the demand is very high, the rate will go up. If the supply is more, the rate will come down, the market value. If the supply is in short, then the rate will go up. If there is no demand, the rate will fall down. So these things you understand very easily. But whatever be the fluctuation in the market, whatever be the price of it, the cost of it, the number of rotis what I can make out of 1 kg of flour remains the same. That's its intrinsic value. Intrinsic value doesn't change. The face value may change. So you speak of one dollar note or a rupee note, let us say. Upon it is printed that it is equal to $100. That is its face value. Face value is $100. But the intrinsic value is equal to a piece of paper of that size. That's all. Intrinsic value is not there for it. It's just a piece of paper. But we, by printing on it $100 and by saying that it is a legal tender which you can pass on from person to person, yes, the same note has got a value now of $100. Now this is the face value. This is the face value. Now this $100, if it goes to some other place, it has no value equal to $100. Unless there is an exchange. If that exchange is not there, it has no value at all. It's just a piece of paper. Maybe 2,000 rupee note here in India. Within the territory of India, it has got a value of 2,000 rupees. It is a legal tender. But once it crosses a boundary, the territory of India, then it's just a piece of paper. It has no value at all. Because it's not a legal tender beyond the territory of India. So what is its face value? Its face value, though it is there as 2,000 rupees, its intrinsic value is equal to that of a piece of paper. The fact comes very clearly. Only then we will be able to make the difference between the intrinsic value and the market value, the face value. Now here when this mantra says, we are very rich, we are surrounded by wealth, it doesn't mean the market value. I make it very clear. It's not the market value, it's the intrinsic value they are speaking of. We have got everything around us which has got its own intrinsic value. We cannot say the intrinsic value of one is more than the intrinsic value of the other. Everything has got its own intrinsic value and its own application at the given point of time, at the given circumstance. It's valuable. It's another example I will give, very simple one. Say there is a piece of a bark of a tree, and I got a piece of gold, bark of a tree and a piece of gold. Now which is costly, which is valuable? Immediately we say gold is valuable. Yet a piece of bark has no value. That's what we speak of. But this we are looking at because of the market value. In the market, the bark has no value, but the gold costs heavily. But imagine, this bark has got an intrinsic value where it can cure a snake bite. Let us just imagine. This bark has got an intrinsic value where it is capable of curing the snake bite. Now you see the whole picture changes. I am prepared to exchange this bark for gold. Gold may be costly in the market, but now because I know the intrinsic value of this bark, I am prepared to give not one piece, even 10 pieces of gold and possess this bark because it has got capacity to cure snake bite. Now this has become valuable. Why? Because it has got that intrinsic value. It has got the capacity to cure. One second. So, if the intrinsic value is known, say this example between gold and bark, if the intrinsic value is known, I do not find any difference between gold or bark. Gold also has got its intrinsic value. So I am working on the intrinsic value. I don't find that gold is costlier and bark is cheaper. No. I value both gold and the bark equally when I am aware of the intrinsic value. If I am not aware of the intrinsic value, I go by the market value and gold is superior and bark is something that should be thrown away. Cheap. No. Here we have got an indication that we have to go by the intrinsic value of things and not by the market value. Market value can cheat us. Market value can misdirect us. But if you go by the intrinsic value, we are always safe and we are always benefited. So in that sense, whatever we have got around us, they are all rich intrinsically. They are all rich intrinsically. This is what we call as antasattva. Antasattva. That is its value, its capacity which is within, which will never change, which will never alter. That is antasattva, intrinsic value. So if you go by the intrinsic value, you are always rich. It could be anything. Or depending on this, Krishna in Gita says, Sama Loshtashma Kanchanaha. This one sentence we find in Gita. Sama Loshtashma Kanchanaha. Loshta is a piece of food. So, we are surrounded by wealth. This wealth we are able to understand only when we understand the intrinsic value of it, intrinsic worth of it, not the market value. If you go by the market value, you'll be misguided, you'll be lost. Because the forces what are working there in the market, they don't receive the intrinsic value of things. They go by the demand and supply. Even if it has no value, intrinsic value, if there is a high demand, the price just goes up. No intrinsic value at all, or very less of intrinsic value. Or if there is no demand, if there is a heavy supply, though it has got a very high intrinsic value, the market rate will become very cheap. So imagine just one thing. A small straw, a green straw. Now this small green straw, they say it has no value at all. No. Even that small green straw has the capacity to undergo photosynthesis and contribute oxygen. Anything that is green, any vegetation that is green is capable of contributing oxygen to the world. And the only source of oxygen is the greens. No other thing can manufacture oxygen. So even if it is a small strand of grass, it is invaluable because it contributes oxygen which no other thing can give, because that is its intrinsic value. So to pluck even one strand of grass, we have to think 100 times. It will be disturbing the ecological balance. It is invaluable. You cannot say that it is cheap, it has no market value. No, it may not have any market value, but its contribution for the existence of creatures on this planet is invaluable. When there is a case with reference to one straw, imagine when we cut thousands and thousands of trees down. We are so foolish. We are spoiling the wealth of nature. We are making ourselves poorer and poorer. So once we start thinking on these lines, our highest priority will be protect the nature. Highest priority will be to protect the nature. We will not disturb anything that is there in the nature. For our selfish ends, for our lifestyle, for our needs. The other way of telling it is we will not exploit nature. We will be in tune with nature. Our lifestyle will be in tune with nature. This is a very important thing. This is a very, very important reorientation that is required today. This reorientation has to take place. If this reorientation doesn't take place, already we have got a lot of global problems, and these global problems become severe and we will be lost. We are already in problems. We may speak of global warming, we may speak of air pollution, we may speak of water pollution, they can speak of nuclear waste. You see, all these are being a burden on the whole globe, not on any one country. They are all global problems. If you are not alert, if you don't change our way of thinking, at least now, we have no future. Our children will have no place to live happily and with health. They have no future. They have no future. We love our children, but we are killing their future because of our lifestyle, because of disturbing the ecology around us. Because we don't know that it is rich, we don't know that it is invaluable. Therefore it says, Parichin Matto Dravidam Mamanyat. Please understand, please know that the whole world around you is so rich. Don't spoil it. Don't exploit it. Maintain it. Only when you understand that it is invaluable, only when we understand that we are in a very rich environment, we will be able to protect it and we will be able to pass it on to our next generation. Parichin Marto Dravinam Mamanyats. I have a little more explanation on the word Dravinam. Dravinam is wealth, the richness. Now the root for Dravinam is Drilgatau. Drilgatau. Gati means move, not stagnate. So Dravinam, the rich or the wealth, has to be on the move. It should not get stagnated. It's another great economic principle. The very word Dravidam says it. The money, the wealth should always be in circulation. It should not get stored in one place, in one hand, or in few hands. The wealth, the money should always be in circulation, should be moving and moving and moving from hand to hand, hand to hand. They are not supposed to collect it, stagnate it, store it. It is store it, it's against the very principle of Dravidam. Dravidam is something which has to be in circulation. If it gets stocked, if it gets piled, now that this is the whole economy, that you know very clearly. When the money is not in circulation, but gets piled up in one place or with few hands, they turn out to be poison. They turn out to be poison, and it is harmful to the economy. It may take any form. The financial power may rule out every other thing. The financial power may be misused, and the financial power may result in a parallel economy called as the black money. It is happening. It's happening in every state, in every country. It's a tough problem to manage this black money. So the black money is because blocking of money. So money should not be blocked. Money should be in circulation continuously. That's why it's called as Dravidam. Money will be money. Money will be healthy. Money will give us riches. It will enrich us only when it is in circulation. But when it gets blocked, it turns out to be poison. You are not supposed to hold on to. Money has to be in circulation, Dravidam. So this money or this thing with intrinsic value, it is around us everywhere. Nothing is without value. Everything has got its own value, its own place, in its own use. That is, when you look at the intrinsic value, you will be able to understand it. Parichin Marto, Dravidam Mamanyat. Oh man and man, please realize that you are surrounded by wealth. You are surrounded by richness. Don't say it is of no value. If you say it is of no value, you are thinking about the market value. Don't think from that angle. Think about its intrinsic value. Everything is useful. Everything has got great intrinsic value. Maybe I don't know what is its intrinsic value. That is my problem. That is my ignorance. But for a knowledgeable person, it is possible to find out the intrinsic value of everything around us. As I was telling, even it could be just a simple bark. If the person is aware of the properties of that bark, it can be used to save lives. Not only for snake bite, there are so many other herbs which can be used for treating so many diseases, so many problems. But if you are not aware of it, even though it is there in our garden, we will miss it. We will miss it. But if you have that idea that everything is invaluable, everything has got its own intrinsic value, everything has got its own use, then you will be able to look at everything with a cautious eye. We will not miss them. We will try to understand what is its use, what is its intrinsic value. The whole way we look at things will change. We are not prompted by, we are not influenced by the market value. In the market, it may be a plus value, doesn't matter, but it may have its own intrinsic value. You see, the way we look at the whole world, the way we look at things around us, will totally change. We are concentrating on, we are focusing on the intrinsic value rather than the market value. You see, great reorientation, what is required. Otherwise, the whole world is running on market value. What is the demand? This is the demand. So this is the value of rupee, this is the value of dollar. We are just thinking about the market value. The whole world is moving on the market value, but we are missing the intrinsic values. So by missing the intrinsic values, we are at loss. We are at loss. We are not able to understand the intrinsic value of things around us and make a proper use of it. So we should be very, very careful and to reorient ourselves as early as possible and look at things from the intrinsic point of view, intrinsic value of the things. So when you understand the intrinsic value, we understand everything around us is so invaluable, and yes, we will experience that we are living in a very, very rich environment. Parichin Marto, Dravidam Mamanyat. That is, this wealth is spread over everywhere around you. So nobody can feel that I am poor. everyone can become rich, provided they know the intrinsic value of things around us. So we can use anything for the benefit of self and society, because everything has got its own intrinsic value. We have got very rich environment, but poor, ignorant users. That's the problem. We are ignorant of things. We are poor in our knowledge. We are poor in the application of things. And whatever little we are applying, it's all for our destruction. That's what we are doing. We are exploiting, we are polluting, we are spoiling. That's not the way. We have to change our thinking, we have to change our lifestyle, we have to change our needs. For our needs, the basic needs, yes, we have got in abundance nature. Abundant things, free, pure for everyone. Whatever disturbance you see, whatever disparities you see, it's all because of our ignorance. It's because of our foolishness we are spoiling things. So we have to understand that we are in a very rich environment and everything around us is invaluable and everything around us is gift of God, which is in abundance, pure, free and for all. Now this realization is very, very much important. For all people, not only Indians, for any person in any nook and corner of the world, if the person realizes this, the way the person looks at the nature around, the things around will be totally different, and they will use everything so cautiously because they are invaluable. They cannot replace them. A thing having one intrinsic value, they cannot find it in another. It's unique for that. So we will not be prepared to lose anything. We will save the nature around us along with its intrinsic value and make misuse of it and make ourselves happy and make people around us also happy. There is a turning point. Parichinmarto Dravidam Amanyat. Realize that we are in a rich environment. Realize that everything around us is so rich in its intrinsic value. Realize that the whole world around us is so rich, invaluable, pure, abundant, free. So this reorientation is required by looking at things around us. Parichinmarto Dravidam Amanyat. About other three parts, we'll discuss it gradually. Thank you very much.